Alright, welcome to part 8 of the Shantae Let's Play, commentary, whatever. Yeah.
And there's my phone.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even hear it.
Oh, I thought that was just a sound effect in the game.
Okay, so we got the Harpy transformation, the final animal transformation of the game. Pretty much self-explanatory. It allows you to fly.
So did the ice floors in this have ice physics?
Yes, they do, I believe.
Okay.
Not that it really matters anymore, because now with the Harpy transformation, we can completely ignore all of that. The problem with the Harpy transformation is that it does pack a lot of momentum. So see, I'm moving at max speed right now. I have to really jam left on the opposite direction to get myself to stop. Unlike Shantae, normally when you let go of the D-pad, she'll drop like a rock. With the Harpy, she still carries that inertia.
I think it's just I think it's to make gameplay with the Harpy a little bit like I don't know. I'm torn on it because if you have the ability to fly, it should be broken. But I guess they also wanted to make it so that you actually still had to do stuff while you were as the Harpy, I suppose. I'm not.
Well,
really
yeah,
sure.
because now the obstacles with the Harpy come in the form of spiked walls that you have to carefully time your left and right button presses so that you don't go too far into the spikes itself.
Okay, because there are spiked walls that you have to dodge in Harpy exclusive sections, I assume.
Yeah, like the vertical shafts that we saw earlier, we're not done there yet, I believe so. And the way to the boss room has another one of those that you have to use the Harpy transformation to get to.
All right.
Unfortunately, the Tinkerbat cannot fly.
Well, it's called the Tinkerbat, so it should be able to fly.
Flap your wings, Tinkerbat.
And the Harpy, despite having massive talons that can no doubt probably claw the eyes out of a normal human being, cannot attack until we get an upgrade for it. Just like the monkey, just like the spider, just like the elephant.
When do you get the Harpy upgrade?
Late game.
Late game? Oh boy.
It's like the last thing you get.
It's one of the last things I get, yeah.
Is it a good attack?
It's powerful, it's just that
Yeah.
you get it so late.
Ah.
And since I have the Tinkerbat, I don't need it.
Yeah.
But this is a 100% run.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it just for the sake of getting it, but, you know.
Are you doing 100% run for Risky's Revenge, Ted?
Probably. Although I'll need to have a guide and do a couple test playthroughs because I've never gotten 100% before. Because there's a lot of obnoxious backtracking in that as well. Because you need to get like special like magic jams in order to upgrade your magic attacks. On top of like heart containers and stuff like that, so there's a lot more to collect, I think, than in this game. Well, there's no like warp squids or fireflies or anything like that, but there's a decent amount of backtracking, and I've never done 100% before, so yeah, I'll do it, I guess. But I'm not necessarily ready. I couldn't do it like at this moment.
Stop!
Yeah, dropping down those spike shafts looks dangerous as hell.
Well, I was jamming on the right, on the D-pad there, that's why. That's that inertia that caused me to fall into the spikes.
Yeah, I know, but you've passed pretty close before.
Yeah. Digging the chicken walk, by the way.
Yeah, so he does get the Belmont strut eventually.
Well, it was more of a strut, not like a chicken cluck. Or a chicken strut, I should say. Damn it, now I'm picturing Simon doing it. He feels like chicken tonight.
Sorry, there's only pork roast in the walls.
and to summon Hydrostorm, he has to do the chicken dance.
It takes so long.
Yeah, was that 2 extra lives in a row there?
Well, there was one in that pot and the other one in the, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the launchers launching in any direction when you're in the Harpy transformation. Look at all the fucks I don't give.
Oh, they've even got like inertia walking on the ground too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast you can go on the ground, because if I'm gonna be on the ground, I might as well be back in my normal form. Or Tinkerbat. Tinkerbat's my new default form. Shantae's a shell of my past life.
So how far back into the dungeon do you have to go?
We're near the beginning of it now, because that is the warp squid. That was one of the first warp squids we passed. But the way to the boss is on the ceiling, which you need the Harpy transformation in order to see in the first place. So generally, if this is your first time playing it and you're not using a guide, once you get the Harpy, fly everywhere.
Well, that's what I did in Risky's Revenge too. It's just like as soon as I got the new transformation in the dungeon, I just used it everywhere I could, basically.
Zelda method.
Well, no, in Zelda it's usually pretty obvious. I got a lamp. There are torches all over the place. I wonder what I should
No,
do.
it's just that you get something in the dungeon, so you use it the rest of the dungeon.
And the boss.
Yeah.
How do you use a lamp on the boss?
You throw it at him.
That does not sound like a very
It's an
smart idea.
indestructible lamp.
Well, yeah, but you'd still have to, like, pick it up every time, and that's a pain in the ass.
Now you put a piece of string on it. Lamp on a string, make that a deal.
Oh, it has a face. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, for a second I thought the top left picture in that puzzle didn't match.
Okay, so I was a little misremembering there for a second. We travel on the ceiling to get the last warp squid. The way to the boss is back yonder, but it's easier. Yeah, yonder. It's when I say what I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But we're pretty much backtracking now the entire way. It won't take as long because again we have the Harpy transformation. We can ignore any platforming obstacle that gave us shit earlier.
Or you can just go, past everything.
Yeah. There's a fire!
We're in the ice dungeon.
Fire! That's why it's dangerous. It's gonna melt everything.
Wouldn't that be better? Because then, you know...
No, because we're inside the dungeon. It'll collapse.
Whatever.
Yeah, Ted, you'd be the first to go.
Well, I don't like things being cold, so I generally would not hang out here anyway. Like, honestly, I don't get the people who are like, oh, you can just put on another sweater or something if it's too cold. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I'll be fine just wearing really, like, cold clothes in the summer. I do not like having 5 layers on me in the cold. I feel like I'm squashed and I can't move for shit.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I can't stand the heat.
Then why did you move to Georgia?
I didn't have that choice.
You could have stayed behind.
We moved here when I was 5.
Yeah, a 5-year-old you could have handled it. I'm not seeing a rebut. Ha, I win.
I'm just deciding to ignore it.
The stone must go now. Its planet needs it.
Yeah. Well, no, they got a guardian of the stone here. In the form of a very simple boss. It's a two-parter, though. You gotta use the Harpy transformation first. To fly up and boop it in the head.
Do you have to attack the dragon or it's
You have to attack the rider first.
Can you hit enemies with your claws like that in normal enemies?
No.
Oh. Huh.
Which is funny because the upgrade for the Harpy is a claw attack.
Where you just basically do that to normal enemies?
Well, no, you do an active claw swipe. It's kind of like the monkey claw, only with talons.
Huh.
But yeah, this is the one. I think it's the only enemy that you can actively boop on the head with the Harpy.
Huh.
It's real simple stuff, though. I mean, you transform the Harpy, you bounce on its head until it falls down, you give it a few whips, and then after that, it will lose the dragon. Then you have to take care of the rider himself.
Would you say that this is even easier than the first couple bosses? Because this looks pretty pathetic.
Well, it's faster than the thing we
Previous
fought in the
boss.
Swamp Palace, thankfully.
Is it down on the ground for a certain amount of time or a certain amount of hits?
Certain amount of time.
Okay.
So you have to be on its ass the moment it falls down.
Okay.
So if you can get it into a wall, that's even better because you don't have to worry about your inertia carrying you too far.
Like that?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about when you're.
Well, I
booping it on
meant
the head
like
with the
doing
Harpy.
it like that.
Yeah. And then you just give it a kick, and it's good.
Go!
Well, that was a boss.
That was the last elemental relic. And Genie here is here to congratulate us. Oh, it was risky!
Shock horror.
How do you rip off your entire costume that quick? Oh, she can go into her pause menu, that fiend!
Ask video game characters everywhere. They just spin around and suddenly they're not in formal wear anymore.
Did she, like, tie us up?
Yeah, she tied us up and took all of our relics. It's like we were some sort of delivery girl.
So now we gotta backtrack to Scuttletown?
Yeah, well, luckily we... Oh, no, actually, we have the Harpy transformation. Oh, look, Aurora Borealis. I never noticed that.
Oh, so the end of the world is upon us, so obviously that's the most important time to go firefly catching?
Yeah. Gotta go to the Gold Saucer, too.
Gotta help the Moogles with their mail.
And Chocobo racing. Lots
Yeah.
and lots of Chocobo racing.
Slot machines! Woo!
No, get away! Get away! Spy our container. Alright, now we have the Harpy transformation. There is a lot of other things we can get now that we can fly.
So this is gonna just be backtrack central for the rest of the part, I assume?
Yes. We are not going into Scuttletown until everything else is completed. So rejoice! This is the last of the backtracking we're going to see. Because
It's not a terribly big game.
No, it's not. And I'm editing out all the redundant shit anyway. See, we're already back in the 4th town. It's a pretty funky track for an 8-bit song.
Are there 7 heart containers total?
8,
10.
I think.
No, 10. It maxes
Well,
out
you
at
start with 3 is more... 3.
Oh, okay. You're talking about just the amount of collectibles. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Alright.
So now we can warp everywhere important.
I think... Did I already... No, I don't think I delivered the squids yet to the zombie caravan.
You don't need to do anything there.
Well,
I
I
gotta-
gotta buy the stuff there, I suppose.
Yeah, there's that. Though I think you're better off just buying the items here. Like, you're just doing
Yeah.
it for bragging rights, I guess. Hey, I did it. Okay. You want a prize? I like some recognition.
Well, you haven't done it yet, so...
No, not yet. So we need to get... Let me see. We need to get 2 more heart containers. Or heart potions, whatever. And we need to get a few more fireflies. Yeah, those are the only times you see... those enemies right there are these flying anteaters. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're all over the place in the
They're
sky.
a
and-
monstrosity, that's what they are.
Okay, they're monstrosities that need to be ignored. You can't really stop them. I don't know how the hell you kill them. But they're only here at night in the skies, and not in just this area either. They're also in the waterfall area too. And we just got the venom upgrade for the spider. The spider can now shoot projectiles.
And you're never going to use it.
Oh, I'm going to use it because
It's useful and against the final boss.
Yes, it's very useful against the final boss.
Okay.
But besides that, I don't really use it now. For now, we have gotten another firefly. I don't think that's the last one. I think this might be one more. In the Dark Forest, which I ignored earlier because I forgot it was there.
Isn't the Dark Forest an area in Link to the Past?
No, that's Skullwoods.
Oh, Skull. Well, I remember a brawl track being named Dark Forest, I thought.
There's Hidden Mountains in Forest.
Oh, Hidden Mountain in Forest, okay.
Yeah. And that is the warp squid we can get inside the desert dungeon that requires the Harpy transformation. Really going out of your way
Wait,
for
hold
that
on.
one.
I'm looking at the background walls. Could you,
No, you can't spider your way up.
Oh, okay. I thought you might be able to MacGyver it with it, but apparently not.
No.
It's a bit visually confusing what you can and can't spider, isn't it?
Well, it's like the orange wall there. It looks like something you could spider on, I suppose.
I think the most guilty is the metal grates in the first dungeon.
Yeah, that doesn't really look like something that you could spider across.
Yeah. So I don't think you get the idea as fast. And now we got the Talon upgrade for Harpy. She can now attack with her talons.
Whee!
Now we're all the way back in the swamp dungeon. Godforsaken place.
How long
So
did
we-
this backtracking take you?
A few minutes. I don't remember how long exactly. I just know it was tedious. And now we're back. Yeah, this is in the outer edge of the Dark Forest part. I could have gotten that earlier, I think, with just the monkey transformation, but I didn't know it was there. So I looked back and said, "Oh fuck."
You're missing a Firefly.
I was missing, yeah, because once I was following a guide last entire playthrough because I never 100% at Shantae. And I was following as closely as I could, or so I thought, because by the time I got to the last Firefly in the guide, I only had 11 out of 12. I was like, shit! And I had to carefully look at every area. It's like, oh, did I go here? Did I go there? It's
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's very similar to that missile expansion that I missed in Prime.
That one last feather in Assassin's Creed 2. God damn.
Boy. Alright, well, we managed to find the zombie caravan. Luckily, it didn't take me that long. We go inside the Warp Squid wagon, and now we have instant access for whenever we want to go back for whatever reason.
Is there any way to find out where the thing is at the moment? Because, like, the game told you it was east of Watertown the first time. Is there any way to figure out where it is at the moment?
I don't know how you can discover it.
Like, maybe one of the NPCs might say so or something?
I think the most the NPCs ever say that it moves.
Okay.
That's it. That's
So if you collect these things and then and don't take them back to a squid until you have the squids of that color, will Shantae...
you can use any squid in any.
Yeah, but will Shantae prioritize the ones that match?
Probably, I suppose. I don't think it really matters when all's said and done, but I suppose so. So where are we going now? Because we've got all of the backtracking done.
We're going to the outer edge of the Dark Forest, I believe, for...
Heart container.
Yeah, heart container. And that you need to have the transformation in order to get. According to the guide that I was reading, you can go to the zombie caravan to get items cheaper.
Okay.
So discounts.
So if you're not
yes.
stingy about that stuff.
This is the perverted clown.
Hello, perverted clown.
He loves watching cute girls dance. The more, the better. So we need to use that twin mint.
They couldn't call it double mint. I mean...
And he's dead.
Well, that was morbid. I guess the moral of the story is, lust kills you. Leave room for the Holy Ghost.
Which still his life and his heart. Wink.
Now that just sounds evil.
Away!
Okay, so now you've got everything?
We have pretty much everything to go. Okay, and that's what I thought was the last Firefly. But that's not it. Yeah, I'm backtracking all the way back to the rainy area. This is the last one I missed.
Oh.
I think it's because it was the daytime when I was in this area the first time.
Oh, okay.
So the Firefly wasn't there, so I think that's why I obviously missed it. It's a good thing I'm invincible with their needs. Ah, no, I'm not. Okay then, folks. We're just about at the tail end of this part. No, actually, we got 30 seconds. Fuck, I gotta stretch.
Well, you for some reason decided not to cut here.
Oh yeah, because these Fireflies have a home.
Yeah, you can turn them in
right.
here.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what do you do with the fireflies when you have them?
They come to the Firefly Shrine, of course.
Season 2, Nathan Fillion.
And now we learn the regeneration dance.
Is that... Oh, well, being able to pay for health is broken, but is it, like... does it, like, activate very slowly or whatever? Or...
Well, yeah, I have to put in the... This is a dance.
Okay, well, like, when it happens, does...
No, it's just an automatic screen flash.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then you'll be at full health for however much gems that costs?
It costs, yeah.
Like, is it, like, 5 gems per heart or something?
It's at 10 gems per empty heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
So-
actually not too expensive, especially if you grind at the dancing minigame.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you're paying 90 gems for a full restore.
Okay, that's not too bad at all.
But the game ends! Next part.